slept during the sermon, you can't be sleeping now. This will wake up some. Right, Pastor? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is that better? I'll hold it up here. Everybody hear that? Oh, there we go. Ah, that's lovely. Boy, usually you can't do that. Okay, so if you didn't hear me, don't fall asleep during this because we got a lot going on. Okay, so we're going to talk about outreach programs, and we are loaded with outreach programs. So every month and almost weekly, we've got outreach programs going on, thanks to the hard work of a lot of people in the room. You'll hear all about it from Tom. And then we're going to talk about adult discipleship, youth discipleship, property report, elder report, and financial report. And Mr. Property Report, our new man, didn't make the meeting this morning, so we'll help him through it, right? You hate to stand up here and look at slides you haven't seen before. It's a bit awkward. So first we're going to talk about outreach programs, right? You got it? Make sure you talk about it.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, outreach programs, I already plugged this one. 2019 Spring Ministry Plan. The first one is Valentine's Parents Night Outreach. And marriage counseling is just kind of on the back end. I don't know if couples would need that or not, but that's just one thing that I do. And so I was told that if I did that on the front end, it might, that's bad. But on the back end, maybe just have like a little stand or what you call it, track thing, just saying free marriage counseling if you'd like. And just to help couples, I think that could be a powerful service to our community. This is going really well. If anybody has questions, you can talk to Ashley or Kristen or myself or Jan Waugh. I mean, we've had a lot of help. Or Jody Wroblewski is making the crafts for us and putting that together. It's all coming together. Next, Lent starts. It's late this year. Easter's a lunar calendar holiday. That's why it moves around. But it is I think it's almost as late as it could be. I think maybe it could be 1 week later than what it is. So that will start up in our Ash Wednesday service. Could be good. Free ashes. So hey. St. Patrick's Party. This is going to be a big week, Sunday, March 17th. And we had an opportunity. Do you remember Chris Dreisbach? This was like 5.5 years ago he was here. We had the opportunity to have him come that week as well. You're going to see in the back end we have St. Patrick's Day party and then a family board game night. We're partnering with a local business to help with that. They're going to give us free board games to use. They have an incredible library. So we're excited about that too, but having one more thing that week is probably a bad idea. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to hold off and say maybe you can come back some other time. But I know that had gone out to maybe half the congregation if we wanted to do that event or not. But we're probably going to hold off. Can Lutherans be Irish? I think we can. That's the theme of the party. We'll just for the day, thank you. Do you need an excuse to be Irish? Not really. This is the family board game night. Yeah, you could bring your own board game, of course. Snacks will be provided. We have a popcorn maker. That was a donation to the church from the movie night, which is exciting. It's good popcorn. I mean, it tastes just like the movie theater stuff. So we're going to do more than that, of course, but I'm looking forward to that one. I like games. It's kind of my thing. And Easter for Kids, we've done this every year for a long time, but this is just another thing. Well, I got some feedback from one of you who said, this is really exciting that we're doing this. And they said, I think it's going to go well. And I said, even if it doesn't, we'd have something coming up next month. And we'll, of course, retool. So we're just going to try our best. And it seems to be working okay as we go fishing. So Easter for Kids is another opportunity. Easter is, of course, an awesome holiday as we celebrate the resurrection. Salsa Sunday, just so you know, we're going to have a Cinco de Mayo party on the 4th. Even though Cinco de Mayo falls on the 5th of May, we've just found in our experience that it's easier to get visitors to come from the community on not to come on a Sunday morning, if that makes sense. So we're going to have them come on a Saturday evening. So the day before, we're going to have a Cinco de Mayo party with tacos. Kind of like a cookout, only it's tacos. But we're still going to do Salsa Sunday because that's so easy. And it's so much fun, and the salsa is so good. Yeah, Jason salsa, yeah. But if you like cheese, that's fine. We can do queso. It's not just all salsa. Next. There it is. Don't write it down. It'll be on the website and, of course, in your emails. If you don't get the emails, tell me. Write it down. Somehow get a hold of me so you can see what's going on at our church. This was the outreach plan for the year. We had a meeting back in December, which was wonderful. I got some great feedback from all y'all, and it was very good. So, thank you. And, yeah, these are all, I'm starting to plug people into doing this, which is exciting. Melissa Troxler is writing stuff up, making anything cool that you see that looks good, like she made on the baptismal font. Next time you see her, hug her. All the people that are pitching in together. I know some of you get mad if I mentioned you, but it's really been awesome to see all of you pitch in. And Tom.
How many things can we hold? All right. Okay, this is an adult discipleship Bible study. We always encourage you to be doing this. There's a particularly good opportunity to join the ladies' Bible study that meets each week. They're currently studying the book Ladies of Legacy, and obviously I've not been to one, but I'm told it's really great and a lot of fellowship, and the participants get a lot out of it. So I encourage you to check that out. Another thing that we're doing is our morning Bible study that we have just before church. It's 9 o'clock each Sunday. We have a really good group. We study the Word. We get to ask lots of questions, things that we might not have understood or been thought about for a long time. So it's particularly nice. And we've just finished up this last study. Next week, we're starting a new one, Big Little Words, and we'll be taking a look at the concepts of faith, hope, and love. So that'll cover a lot of ground. If you've got questions, it's great. Pastor Fred's there with a lesson and there to answer questions. So I find it particularly enjoyable. So invite you to come. I think you'd like it. And then the after worship Bible study will start a new video series, To the Ends of the Earth. And this follows Apostle Paul. I think we've seen a couple episodes of it so far. And then lastly, one of the things is making Bible study every day part of your life. You can certainly look at the email devotions that come out. If you're not getting Pastor Fred's emails, check with him, and he can easily add you to the list. They're quite good to understand what's going on at the church and also for these Bible studies. The sermon archive for what has been taught here is available on the church website, as well as the Bible class archives and all of the materials. There's another one, Your Time of Grace, which is a website that has materials sponsored by Wells. And another one that I do, I'll get this up on here next time, is Wells has several podcasts. I don't know if you guys are interested in podcasts. I kind of like them because they automatically show up in my phone, and I can listen to them. And so you can, there's some Bible study ones. You can just search podcasts. If you just search for Wells, you'll find them in there, and you can add them to your podcast list and play them in the car or wherever you like to do podcasts. Then the last one is Men's Lunch, which is the third Thursday every Thursday. And I think next week, on our next meeting, February 21st, is at Sin Sin. And I don't know where that is exactly, but it sounds interesting. Is it? Oh, okay. Is it? Yeah, it's right next to that. Okay, sounds like that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, used to be Twin City Diner. Okay, yep. Okay, so next, Jason.
Good morning. I'll be talking about the youth this morning. We've been fairly active, fairly busy lately. That we had a lock-in a few weeks ago. It was a Friday night into Saturday morning. It was a smaller group this year. You won't be able to tell that. I don't know if you can see the empty donut boxes and stuff there by the amount of donuts and pizza and soda and chips consumed. But anyways, the youth had a good time. Smaller group, but they got to do some bonding. And most importantly, you can see on the picture on the left there, Pastor is leading a Bible study with them. Something that speaks to them, their age group, using a contemporary song that they were familiar with. So it was a good time for them to dig into the Bible a little bit more in addition to the fellowship that they had that evening. Going forward, they're going to be, actually backing it up a little bit, they helped out with movie night, making the popcorn, cleaning up, helping out with kids and things like that. They were an active part there, and they will be helping out again coming up for the Valentine's Parents Night Out, again with child supervision and things of that nature. You maybe, or maybe not, maybe you recognize the people in these pictures on the left up there. They're all college age now. They're not in the pews because they're off at college doing their thing. On the right side, they're in middle school. So what does that mean? It's been a while since we've been ice skating. We're going to go ice skating here in the near future, Saturday, February 24th, in Winston here at the Joel at the annex there. If you guys are interested, you don't have to be youth. You can be older. You can have your picture up here maybe 5 or 7 years later. It might show up again. Maybe you'll look youthful like that in 5 to 7 years. I don't know. But anyways, feel free to join us. Pastor's wife got us a deal on Groupon that the first 12 people, talk to myself or Pastor, the first 12, we've got some vouchers for 12 people. After that, there is a fee, $7 for admission, $3 for skate rental. But it's a good time, a couple hours in the afternoon on that Saturday. So again, speak to myself or Pastor if you're interested in going ice skating. And of course, Sunday school. It seems like every Sunday there's more and more kids up here. That's a great thing. And most of those kids go on back to Sunday school. So thank you to all the Sunday school teachers that make that possible and are able to give those children a message, more focused on their age range and group. And for the parents that maybe are able to pay a little more attention in church because their younger ones are in Sunday school, and I know that's appreciated too. So thank you to all the Sunday school teachers for making that possible. And confirmation is going strong. We currently have 5 people in confirmation, 2 of which, if all goes well, should be being confirmed at the end of this year. So that's all I have. Property.
I do want to share with the group that the sign frame that we had up front a couple weeks back, when we had that strong windstorm that came through, it folded over our signs. So I had to do some more repairs to it. But in terms of visibility, I think all of us can agree that that sign does a great job of announcing what we have for activities for the church. So we're going to add a couple more things to that just to make it more permanent, but I think that serves us very well. One thing that I want to add that wasn't on our calendar is that generally just before Easter we try to have a work day for the church grounds. So Dan and I will work out a time, the proper weekend for that. So folks that are interested, it could be anything from cleaning restrooms, washing windows. We may do pine needles. We may do other things here too. And there's, as everybody can tell, this is a large facility, and we always have things that need to be repaired. So according to this, again, we're now going to be able to take off some of the winterizing items that are on the church and hook back up our garden hoses and that kind of thing. Short and sweet.
Hi. All right, church average. The average attendance in 2018 had been tacking up all year long, but it started off kind of weak. We'd lost 3 or 4 families right at the beginning of 2018. The Fouts moved away, Caribous. And so that, as soon as you jump into January, the year-to-date looks a whole lot better, doesn't it? So that's why the numbers look like that. And our communicants and baptized members, we've had some, like I say, movement again, but we're actually up after all of that happened, which is awesome. So, and there's new people that I could tell about Jesus, so that's short and sweet. That's just the council again, no changes. We just thought it was important that you would see their names one more time. And again, we're going to send this out in an email. Any questions on elder work or just going to visit people and shut-ins? If not, Kevin?
All right, I always get to close with a bang, right? So thus far through January, our income, remember our budget is $120,000 a year, which is about 10 grand a month on average. So our income through January, pretty good, right? We're right at 9,500. So that's not bad. Usually January is a slower month for us right after Christmas and people are paying bills, but we did really well. You can see our expenses. Sometimes we get quarterly bills, so that like with us, sometimes like the first month of a quarter, we get bills in, and then we have the rest of the quarter to kind of catch up. So those are our expenses. So thus far, that's our net for the year. We're down about $2 grand. So again, there's our income and our expenses. This is our budget for this year versus the income versus expenses. So we're right at about that 120 grand mark I was talking about. And right now, this is our balance in our savings and checking. So it's really just a snapshot in time, and this is where we're at right now. You need to know that. And so again, with finances, we talk about this every meeting. So we're doing well. We're doing better than we were. We have been. Last year was a bit of a struggle, but we're hoping this year with our strong start that we won't have to. I don't have to stand up here every quarterly meeting and talk about. We need to know where we're at. So we certainly appreciate it as a board, your offerings thus far, and we just hope they continue for the rest of the year because we're right on budget, right where we'd like to have like you like to have a month or so in the bank. We don't right now, just for unexpected expenses. And the property report guys, you can see there's things in the building that, just like at your house, if we don't have enough money to sort of keep track of them, then they kind of get away from you. So as the year progresses, I'm sure we'll be in good shape. Just keep up the good work, and we'll do well with it. Any questions from the group? We've heard see a lot of information. I'm really happy because our outreach has been fantastic, and the slate is full of outreach activities. And let me remind you, it's not up there. It'll be up there next time. We're going to have our May rummage sale, right? Like we had last year, and we did quite well with that. So don't throw anything away yet that we can sell. I know some people we missed. Who did we miss? Last year we missed you guys by a couple of weeks, right? Because you donated. So we're going to do that again, but this time it's going to be more of a community rummage sale. So we're going to have our stuff in the room, and then we're working on maybe having the community participate too, and then we would use our parking lot if the weather is nice for them. So that way we can bring another outreach, sort of external rummage sale opportunity for our neighbors to bring their stuff too, and then just get them used to coming to the building and let them know that we're here. Any other questions? No? Pastor, do you have anything else to